Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angie from Burton Avenue and I want to show you how to make amazing things with your Cricut. Welcome to day 13 of my 25 Days of Craftmas series, where I show you how to make 25 different Christmas projects with your Cricut machine. And I also share the SVG files I use to make the projects for free, so you can make them too. Today I'm showing you how to make these cute Jenga ornaments. They are so fun to make and can be personalized in a variety of ways. So let's go take a look at the supply list and get started. For this project, you're going to need some Jenga wood blocks, vinyl, acrylic paint and a brush, drill and a small bit, eye hooks and pliers, jute twine, Christmas embellishments, a glue gun and glue, transfer tape, your Cricut machine, a cutting mat, and the cut file. So grab your supplies and then head over to your computer. The first thing we need to do is grab the SVG file we'll be using for this project. You can get it for free over on my blog at burtonavenue.com. I keep all the SVG files for the projects I make and share in my free SVG library. These files will work with all kinds of cutting machines and they're free to everyone. So once you're on my site, just go over and click on Free SVG Files and then Free SVG Library. You will need a password to get into the library, and there are instructions on the screen if you need to get one. Once you're in the library, you can search for the file Christmas Words. It will either be listed under the most recent projects and cut files or under the category Craftmas 2020 Day 13. You can also use your browser search to find it. So once you've found the file, go ahead and click on it, and the files will be downloaded onto your computer. Now when you download these files online, they'll come in a zipped folder, and we need to unzip them before we can use them in Cricut Design Space. To do this, you're going to go to the location where your downloaded files are saved onto your computer. Once you're there, you should see the zipped folder that we just downloaded. So go ahead and double click that, and a window will pop open, and somewhere you should see the option to extract all or unzip. So go ahead and click on that, and then another window will open. And on this window, you will see the destination where the unzipped files are going to be saved. You'll need to remember that location because you have to get to it once you're in Cricut Design Space. So go ahead and click on the extract button, and those files will be unzipped, and now they're ready to use in Cricut Design Space. So let's head over to Cricut Design Space and start a new project. Once you're on the Canvas screen, go over to the left and click on the Upload button, and then click Upload Image, and then click on Browse. Now you're going to want to go to the location where those unzipped files were saved. And within the folder, you should see several different file types, and we're going to be using the SVG. And sometimes the SVG will actually be displayed on your computer as a Chrome HTML document or something like that. So if you don't see SVG file listed, be sure to look for that. So go ahead and select the SVG file and then click Open. Make sure it's the file that you want to work with, and if it is, click Save. Select the file one more time and then click Insert Images. And now the design will appear on your Canvas screen. So the only thing that we need to do really with these words are just resize them so that they will fit nicely on our little wooden blocks. So I'm going to go up and change the width to 2.75 inches. And now those will all fit onto the wooden blocks. So the last thing that we need to do is just right click and choose Attach, and that just locks all these words into the same order that we see them on our screen. So now we can go over and click on the green Make It button, and then you'll be taken to this screen. And this just shows you what the designs are going to look like on the cutting mat. So go ahead and click on Continue. And once Design Space finds your machine, you'll be taken to this screen. Make sure that your dial is set to vinyl, and then you can go load your mat. So grab a piece of black vinyl and place it on your cutting mat. Smooth it out so there aren't any wrinkles or bubbles, and then load it into your machine by pressing the up and down arrow button. Once your Cricut is ready to cut, you'll see the C button light up. Press this and the machine will begin cutting. Once it's finished, press the up and down arrow button again to unload your mat. Remove the vinyl from your cutting mat and cut away any unused area of the vinyl. Then you can weed away the excess vinyl. You can use a weeding tool to remove all those tiny pieces inside of the letters. Once it's all weeded, place a piece of transfer tape over the top of the vinyl and rub over everything with your scraper. Then trim off all the excess transfer tape and cut apart the words. Next, we're going to work on our wooden blocks. You'll want to paint the blocks in Christmas colors. I used red, green, and white. I used bright colors so the black vinyl would pop once it was on the ornament. You could also use darker colors and use white vinyl instead. You'll need to paint 2 to 3 coats on each color so they look nice and even. Once the paint is dry, grab a piece of sandpaper and lightly sand over all the edges of the wooden block. This step is optional, but I like the distressed look it gives to the ornaments. Once you've got the ornaments sanded, grab one of the vinyl words and pull off the vinyl backing. Then center the word on the block and rub over it with your scraper. Then carefully pull off the transfer tape. Now that the words are on all the blocks, we can add the finishing touches. So grab a drill and a small bit and add a little pilot hole to the end of the wooden blocks. Then screw in an eye hook. I found it was easiest to start screwing it into the wood with my hands and then use some pliers to screw it in the rest of the way. Now you can thread a piece of jute twine through the eye hook and tie the ends together. Finally, you can add some fun Christmas embellishments to the top of the ornament. You can tie on a Christmas bow, add a cute mini jingle bell, or glue on some pine, berries, or pine cones. There's so many different ways you can dress up these cute ornaments. Thanks for joining me on another day of Craftmas. If you love this project and want to see more like it, please like and subscribe so you'll get notified each time I post a new video. See ya!